Out here looking as newbie as ever. How are you all doing? Welcome to episode number 3 of Free-to-Play 2 a Main, where I turn this new free-to-play bot account into a main account that is self-sustaining in the members world. So, right now, we are currently with these levels, 273 total level, my combat's 27. My bank is mostly right here in 112k cash. I probably have like 50k more in the bank just in random supplies and whatnot. But right now, I'm actually going to go get a level real quick if I can snag a tree off one of these bots. And this should be it. I can leave the noobs to their trees. Yes, 40 woodcutting coming in. That doesn't give us anything necessarily yet. So I did lie, I guess, in the last video. I said there are 2 shops that you can buy from, the first one being the Varrock shop all the way over here, which I thought was better. And then the second one, I teleport to Lumbridge, run all this way west, and we can find ourselves in the Remington area. And here, when I came here and checked it out, wasn't too great. I didn't think that it was all that, but then seeing how many people are at the Varrock shop and comparing here, here there seems to be no one. So basically you can buy steel arrows for 12, but every time you buy them they go up. So you end up buying 150 steel arrows a world and like 20 or 30 mithril arrows a world, and you can make like a little over 2k per world that you hop to. So I'm gonna go sell all this right now. I mean, I had like 120k when I came here, so we'll see what this sells for. So after a quick 2 trips to Remington and back, this is what we're looking at. 222k, not bad. All right, well, that's gonna be a good money maker. I mean, the more money we have, the less we have to run back and forth, so naturally, the more we get, the better it is. Now that I have a decent cash stack, I am going to start by 1, grabbing myself a rune axe, as that's going to speed up my wood cutting, and it's quite cheap compared to my cash stack at the moment, so I have no problem with that. So a moneymaker that I'm going to use now and in the future of these videos is Tele Grabbing stuff. Tele Grabbing is a spell that you can get at level 33 magic. That's why magic's a helpful skill, because there's a lot of spells that you can do that will aid your gameplay. Now, Telegrab allows you to grab an item that may not necessarily be able to be picked up. So for instance, north of Varrock out here in the wilderness, there's this little isle. On this isle, there are runes that you can telegrab, and you'll make about 1.5k per world that you go to, and you just telegrab the runes, hop worlds, and then keep doing it. But up here, there are people that'll camp right here where you're standing, and they will kill you. And since you're hopping worlds, there's really no avoiding it. So instead, I'm going to be going to the Zammy Wines. Edgeville's over here, and quite a bit north of there is an altar in the wilderness. Up here, there is a wine that is on a table. However, you cannot grab it. You have to telegrab it, and it's pretty easy. There's not a lot of people camping here, and if you find 5 or 6 worlds, you can just hop in between them to be able to grab a wine. So I'll demonstrate it for you here in a second, but as far as the inventory, you're just going to need some law runes, about 30, and then I bring some energy potions and some food just in case, along with an air staff and a fire rune to teleport to Varrock at the end of my trips. So it's as simple as this. Once you make your way out to the altar, we won't talk about the skull that I have above me, but just telegrab this wine, and it's really easy. As you can see right there, the price of the wine is it's close to 2k. The price of a law rune is a good 300 GP per one. And once you get one, just hop to the next world. Try to have like maybe 4 or 5 worlds that you can hop to, and just try to make sure that no one's in them. If you want to be really secure, you can go outside and then come back in. But, you know, pretty simple stuff. But yeah, that's how you do this. Alright, since we've last met, I just went out and got 54 Wines of Zamorak. It didn't take me too long. I mean, it's looking like a 200k an hour type of deal, maybe a little lower. I'm not necessarily a high mage level, so I'm going to go train that up to 45, 50-ish. And then from there, we should be at a good point to go out there and just see what we can do out there. I mean, I saw, honestly, a lot of people when I was hopping worlds, so if I'm the aggressor, I'm feeling good. Heyo, we did it. 35 HP coming in. I also have another level here in a hot second. And there is 47 magic coming in. I can now use Water Blast. I think I'm going to get out of here now. I've used up close to 3k total cast, so feeling pretty good. I got 11 prayer, and my combat is 36. So got a lot of AFK out of this. It was very useful. And now I can actually go kill people while I telegrab the wines, hopefully just to make it quicker. Now, why was I at Moss Giants? Why was I using Fire Strike there, you may be asking? It's a level 13 spell, and it is just extremely cheap. It's a Mind Rune and 2 airs every time you use it, assuming you have a Staff of Fire on. And that is just insanely cheap, and you get constant XP. Most things that you can get good XP on do actually cost a little bit per hour. Like if I were to do teleportations to a certain area, that's still a law law rune every time you do it, so you're spending like 350k an hour. With fire strikes, I'm spending like 10 to 15k and getting more than that XP wise, so looking good, boys and girls. Gonna collect those runes real quick, just a little extra to the stack, but I did get 48 magic just a little bit ago. And in addition to that, we are up to 150 wines, or 151, I'll take them all out. So insta-selling those, that brings us in 290k. Now there are some costs for the law runes, but I mean, overall, we're looking really good. 473k, 73. And there it is, last world I have to hop to for a little bit. Now this honestly did take a little while, I'm not gonna lie. Buying arrows with maybe 100k to 200k isn't bad, but once you get up to 500k, it's quite a lot. I mean, per world, I'm looking to buy about 130 steel arrows and then 30 mithril, so that means at least there I had 100 hops because the mithril is pretty high. And with a little time, we let them all sell, so let's collect our cash stack, and oh man. Yeah, made a nice 200k in about an hour's time, so up to 675, closing in on a mil. I managed to buy 5 rune sets and then sell 5 rune sets for a profit of 7k each, making me 35k. Then I noticed that I could buy energy potions 3 for 535 GP each, and then I could buy energy potions 4 for 920. That's a huge difference just for one added dose. As an example here, basically all you have to do is you have a full inventory of these potions, but then you use one on the other. You bring them up to 4 doses and then you sell them off. I mean, it's as simple as that, and if I see a decent margin there, I'm going to do it. This is kind of a money-making method that I knew was a thing, but I wasn't going out of my way to check, I just happened to find. So I think I might try to do a little bit of this on the side as well. I bought 187 potions that were 3 dose for 100k in total, and then if I can sell them for 920 GP a pop, we can see that that's 129k, so a 29k profit in as little as it takes me to do that, which is maybe like 2 minutes. That's not bad at all, especially in free-to-play, so I'll do that on the side as well. Just adding some stuff to our repertoire. But now that I have a decent magic level and some side cash to work with, I think I'm going to get going on quests. I did the initial 7 quest points at the very beginning, but now I'm going to run through quite a few of them. In addition to that, I have most of my goals as far as stats for all of these levels. So while I do a little bit of questing and whatnot, we'll kind of talk about my account on the right hand side of the screen. Looking at my inventory, my cash stack at the moment is close to a mil. It's at 924k, and that's not bad. A bond, which can be redeemed for 2 weeks of membership, is currently worth 3 mil, so we're still 2 mil off, but we're getting there. The more money you have, the easier it is to make money, so I'm not necessarily too worried about that. Instead, what I'll be focusing on is content that you can do in free-to-play that really isn't much different than if you did it in members. Stuff like free quests are pretty much the same in free-to-play and members. The only difference is maybe you can teleport closer to certain locations. But other than that, they're relatively the same thing, so I'm not going to waste my membership days doing stuff that I could have done already. Instead, I'm going to look to complete most of the free-to-play quests, and then I'll also look to skill a little bit on the skills that I haven't necessarily gotten up the highest yet. I'll kind of run through what I think most people should get in free-to-play and what I will look to get. With attack, strength, and defense, I'd recommend getting about 40 before becoming a member. That will unlock you rune, and the training isn't a whole lot different whether or not you're in a members world or free-to-play. And once you can get rune, you're pretty well set going into a members world. Now range, I personally don't find to be all too useful in free-to-play, and I think it's a little easier to train in a member, so I'm not going to necessarily touch it. Prayer is one that you can get up, but honestly it's pretty easy to get up in a members world, and I'd recommend just kind of holding off on that. Magic's one that I think is pretty easy to get up in free-to-play, and I'm going to get mine close to 55, because at 55 you unlock High Alch, and that is really useful for both free-to-play and members, as it allows you to turn items into gold, and you gain a decent bit of XP from it. Now hit points is something that you get up passively, so it's not necessarily anything I care too much about. And my crafting is at a decent level, and there's a lot of good crafting methods in members, so I'll hold off on that as well. Now looking at the right column, we have mining at 10. I'm definitely going to get that up close to 40 before becoming a member. At 41, you get the rune pick, and that'll probably be my goal. Smithing's one that I like to do in a members world, but I will passively get a decent bit here from quests and whatnot. Close to 30. Having 40 fishing is probably a solid place to be at, so I wouldn't say too much higher. Cooking and fishing, I like to be very similar, so I'll look to get my cooking to 40. And then fire making, I like to have close to my wood cutting, so I'll get my fire making probably to 40 or 50. Before becoming a member. And so those are the stats that I feel like I need and most people should probably get before becoming a member. Obviously, you can do it sooner or later depending on your route, but that's just kind of how I see it. Glad we got you not to look like a chicken anymore. 4 quest points, 300 gold pieces, and yeah, another quest down. Moving on up. Vampire Slayer next up. So now I'm in the middle of the Vampire Slayer quest. However, on my way to Draenor, I figured I should go and just finish off the Sheep Shearer quest, which is as simple as giving this man 20 balls of wool. So 1 quest point, 150 crafting XP, just really a quest point of note, and now time to go kill a little vampire. Come here, little vampire boy. Come here. Come here, boy. Come in. Ah! Oh, damn, son. Time to die, my guy. How did that... How... What happened to his health? Why was he injured? What were you doing in there, my guy? Huh. And there we go. A vampire dead. I am saving the world 1 step at a time. That is... Ooh, 26 attack. Also got ourselves 3 quest points, up to 18. I mean, we're definitely running through these free-to-play quests, and we'll get a few more. That's what we'll do. I think I'll go do Witch's Potion now. Be right back, buddy. All right, Hedy, I got what you asked for. There you go, lady. Look at that. Look at your cauldron. Ain't it looking good? Yeah, let's drink it. Actually, it looks good enough to drink. Except, well, okay. I guess I drank it. No animation, but take my word for it. 19 quest points. Moving on up. All right, Romeo, let's do this, buddy. We got this. She's right over there. There's our lady. What a beautiful sight. Oh, Romeo's happy. 5 quest points. There we go, up to 24. Now I'm going to move on to Shield of Arav. This one should be a little interesting. It's one of the couple quests in old school RuneScape that you actually need a partner for. Only about half the quest you really need the partner, but it's very essential to get one. So if you're trying to do Shield of Arav, basically look at the minigame tab over here in the quest section. Go down in the select minigame to Shield of Arav and then join that clan chat. That will take you to a clan chat where people will be picking out whether or not they are Black Arm members or whether or not they are Phoenix Gang. So look and see what's needed and then just communicate with someone and organize a little get-together. There we go. That's the man we're looking for. And now me and my boy Chris 3692 can get on out of here with this quest completed. So now as we use those 2 together, we just have to run over to the king and we'll be done with this one. And here we go. This should be it. 600 GP and 1 quest point as well. Oh baby, it's about that time. Time to fight a big old demon. Look at him coming out of the ground. He's so menacing. Level 27. Can you imagine that? He looks pretty savage though. I'd be terrified. This isn't exactly what I was looking for. I was hoping I could fight a demon, not this wizard. So be it, sir. If you want the smoke first, willing to oblige. Thank you. Oh, all of you, huh? Oh boy, what was the incantation? I wrote it down. Here it is. Carlim. Oh fuck, I fucked it up. All right, if you just want to wait there real quick, Mr. Demon Guy, while I get this back and going. Carl! This weakened demon has been banished. See ya, Hick. And my quest was interrupted by this dark wizard. But that is 3 more quest points, up to 28. And yeah, a lot of green here in this quest tab. I'm feeling good, sir. I don't want to go do your stuff. But that is going to be it for me today, ladies and gentlemen. I'll take you on back to the bank so we can see where we're at. All right, well, looking at my bank now, though, having everything on in here, nothing in the GE, I'm close to a little over $1 mil. Now, that is a pretty decent mark. Basically, I'm saving up for a bond, which you can buy off the Grand Exchange. This allows me to get 2 weeks of membership, and you can buy with in-game currency, which is pretty cool. So it's 3.2 mil. I could probably buy it for close to 3, so I'm a third of the way there, and once we start getting cash, it will not stop. So should be pretty easy to make some more money, and for the quest, I'm doing pretty good. The skills, I'm doing pretty good. I'm feeling myself. Ready in the next couple episodes to kind of move on into members and get through the early game of members content. So hopefully you guys enjoyed the video. If you guys did, make sure to leave a like. Anything you want to tell me, let me know. What you want to see from me, anything down below in a comment. And then finally, if you enjoyed the video and want to see more, make sure to subscribe. With that said, hopefully you guys do have a wonderful day, though, and bye, have a great time.